right, hey folks, welcome back to the lab. We have another project here, and it is a lantern project. Shocker, right? This is Paull's number 0, coal blast, and yeah, it's beautiful. It is going to clean up just beautifully. I'm excited for that. It's not got any major issues that I can see so far. Yeah, just a little dent in the rim down here. I'm probably not even going to touch that because sometimes you end up doing more damage than anything else. We'll see. We'll try it out. Oh. All right, so this has got everything it needs. It's got a burner, it's got a cap, and a cap on. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if that's aluminum or if that's like brass that's been painted. We'll check that out right now. So let's dismantle this a little bit before we take it over to the bench grinder because we don't need to take any paint off. All right, let's check it out. Well, it's not steel, so it must be aluminum. Aluminum. Looks like aluminum. We'll see once we clean it up a little bit. All right, we'll clean this up and either put this back in or put the Paull's leader globe in here. Yeah, okay. And I might have another one that actually has the segmentation is a bit heavier and a bit more pronounced. All right, so we'll check out all those problems. Oh yeah, look at that action. Look at that action off to the side. Wait a minute. Love that. That's what I love about the Paull's. It's just beautiful. And that's also great news. That all comes out. We'll get this out of here. We'll clean it up, put it back in. Nothing wrong with that. That is vintage. Okay, I can stay together like that. That's in fine shape. No, nothing to do there. Wow. All right. Absolutely pristine. I would not be surprised if this thing is barely used. Wow, it doesn't even look like there's ever been kerosene in it or anything. Who knows? This could be original wick. This thing could be unused. You just don't know. There's a little carbon up in there, but that could have very easily been from somebody burning it without kerosene in it. And that's kind of what it looks like there. I smell no kerosene on the wick either. Of course, it could have been 100 years since this thing had kerosene on it. But, all right, great. So, we'll take this over to the bench grinder and clean her up. I'm just looking for other markings that might need my attention. Okay, cool. All right, so we are going to go over, well, me and this. We're going to go over to the bench grinder, and I'm going to go eat my lunch real quick. Okay, well, this thing is going to be beautiful. I mean, it's already beautiful, but the metal is beautiful. Contemplating maybe a couple taps on this little dent here. I think maybe I'm gonna do that. Yeah, okay, sits a little better. There we go. It's about as far as I'm gonna want to go. I don't put any other new dents or anything in it. Yeah, sits solid now. All right, still a little bit of dent down here, a little bit of space on the bottom, but it sits a lot flatter now. Okay, so now the usual, we'll do a junk bit. Maybe I want to start a new junk bit. These are all I purged all this stuff, throw a whole bunch of shot ones out yesterday, and these are pretty shot. Well, yeah, I'm gonna start a new one. What the heck? What the heck, right? I mean, better this than ever. Better than this lantern. Why not? All right, so soon you will see this ends up looking like this in no time at all. All right, let's do a little cleaning up here, folks, with the, yeah. All right, junk bit. And as in case this is your first time here, so I don't call them junk bits because the bits themselves are junk, but they show up and they just get rid of my junk on lanterns, and it just takes out junk. It doesn't do any damage. It doesn't hurt things. It doesn't deface things. It does really nice. Nice work. All right, here we go. All right, well, that was one of the cheapo super Amazon broom bits, which are the same as the junk bits I use. Yeah, that's pretty much fried, completely fried. But man, oh man, it did good work. It did indeed. So now I got a junk wheel or two play with here, do little things. Okay, I'm going to use a wheel here to work on some little corners and things. Well, this isn't going to get corners with no meat left on it, but getting low, man. Getting low on these. Got to get out to Walmart and get some more. All right, here we go. Back at it. we are ready to do some steel wooling, and we'll keep this big chunk for the body of the beast, and we'll use these little scraps, do some of the little jobs here, like the bottom. Usually, you could say that the bottom of the lantern is like the window to the soul. It kind of tells you what kind of life it's had, but also at the same time, you can have the top of a lantern completely toasted because it sat in its entire place, or its entire life in one place, in a barn sitting on a shelf somewhere. So the bottom of this is like brand new, but the whole rest of the thing is rusted out. Interesting beast. The lantern bottom. Alright, so I'm going to use this little, chunk to do some of our wires. Yeah, it's about time to toss out these scraps, but I can't help it. And I like to use them until there ain't nothing left. All right, I think we can treat now. We got our steel wooled. We got her cleaned up. And this looks great. Can't wait to see it oiled up. There's all kinds of character in this metal. All kinds of polka dots and streaks and tigering in some of the steel. Can't wait to see how it looks. All right, and this came out great, and we got it all cleaned up inside and everything. Very nice. Wick, got that cleaned up. We might as well sew that in right meow. I love being able to put vintage wicks back into vintage lanterns. There we go. I like a little bow right at the top. Make it kind of even with that. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So now we treat with linseed oil. So this has got some kerosene in it. Thin it out. Makes it less oily and loosens the viscosity of the linseed oil. Ever notice how nice, like your lantern looks when you spill kerosene on it, and then you go to wipe the kerosene off and you go, ooh. Nice. Okay, so here we go. We are going to oil her up. Let's see how the character changes here. Yeah, it's going to be nice and dark. Beautiful. Now let's see what the outside looks like. Yeah. Some people like the way it looks before it's treated. Not me. It looks untreated to me. But some people go, oh, it looks more shiny. It looks like it has less blemishes with the oil on there. Well, it's the eye of the beholder, folks. So look at that. Look at those polka dots. Oh, I love it. Yeah, we don't want this looking all shiny new like it's new. We don't want that. We want it clean of debris and oxidation and things, but we want it to still have its distant character. Well, looks great. I see what looked like a couple cracked solders down here, but I am pretty sure that they're not hurting anything. We are still nice and stiff here, so I'm not going to touch it. Not going to touch it. Everything's level. Everything's still strong. No problems. Okay, so we are done. We're done, man. Let's put this delicious vintage wick and burner back in. Right down on that there. Click. Beautiful. And this is aluminum, by the way. Let's see. I don't know what the deal is with this. I wonder if this had a Bakelite cap on top, and this is just what's left. But I would think it would be brass for this. I mean, the last patent on this is 1907. 1903 is the last patent on here. So I don't know. But it has a cap, so that's all I'm loving. Okay. All right. Then I went and I cleaned up that globe, and I'm pretty sure that this is an original. This is the original segmented Paull's or hot blast. Yeah, that's Paull's. That's a Paull's for sure. Well, that's my opinion. All right, let's get it back in there. It's got a nice bubble too. It's got a couple nice bubbles in it. Love the bubbles. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this is so nice. Love that. Reminds me of a Monarch. Got that beautiful action. Like butter. Slides like butter. And you can see. Goes up and gets out of your way so you can service it. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, folks. Well, hey, we are done with this Paull's number 0. And I'm loving it. This looks great. Great. And all the character came out in the metal. Love it. We are all done. Let's come on down. Take a look. As you can see, The segmented globe. There's another word for that, and I'm forgetting what it is. Somebody will tell me. Look at that. Love that. Now I'll put this in the glamour shot at the end. Let me do a fresh one for the glamour shot. Yeah. All right. Well, folks, look at that. Yeah, look at all the character in the metal all around. You can just see. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, folks, that is going to do it for this week's lantern project. And I thank you so much, folks, for stopping in the lab. And hey, as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.